All right, good morning. We are live at the 2023 Boston Marathon. Thank you for joining me. All right. We are live at the All right. We are live at the 2023 Boston Marathon. You've got that Wi-Fi going up here. Thank you for joining me today. We are at the oldest course run in the United States and in the world. The Boston Marathon since 1897 has been run on this route. Originally, the starting line starting in Ashland, and in 1920 through the 1920s, the course was changed to achieve the Olympic standard for the 26.2 mile mark. And we've got a couple of these first starting wheelchairs coming down here. They're doing great, doing fantastic. I think the thumbnail got a little messed up. Can you sign into my YouTube channel and change the thumbnail?
That's the thumbnail?
Okay. Can you share that on my YouTube channel, on my Facebook channel, please? So we are on 135 in Ashland, Massachusetts. It is Monday. It is Patriots Day. The Boston Marathon is always run on Patriots Day. Patriots Day commemorating the start of the American Revolutionary War in Massachusetts.
Looking past the left side.
Guy was getting coached. Coaching that's going on.
Many war reenactments happening today, commemorating the battles in Lexington, Concord, and the American Revolutionary War. The weather out here is a foggy overcast here, a little misty, but the road is drying up. The course is looking great.
How do I share it on Facebook?
Great post.
I don't know how to share it to your Facebook.
Go to my profile
Yeah.
and then put it right in there.
Yeah, being under these trees doesn't help with the Wi-Fi.
Okay. How's my Wi-Fi connection, do you think?
It looks like that, basically.
You think so?
I tuned in. It's like a little choppy.
Great job.
Batman.
We are positioned west of the Telecron building on 135 Metro West. We are in Ashland. The legacy of Henry Warren lives on just past us towards the finish line, which will be in Copley Square. But the Telecron building sits the legacy of Henry Warren and the spark of the Industrial Revolution when it came to Massachusetts, and Ashland when Henry Warren moved here. So we'll get back to the coverage here.
Oh, here we go.
And just a lay of the land so you know where we're at.
Got it. We're live on Facebook.
And then can you put it on Ashland as well? If you go into Ashland Happy Board.
Okay.
Wow, man, see how tough that is, dude? That is like so tough. All right, we don't want to be filming property. All right, we want to be right on the course. Okay. Thank you, folks, if you're just tuning in. This is the 2023 Boston Marathon. Thanks for tuning in to the channel. J-Hip Drone Tour. Celebrating Patriots Day. Lots of history in this area, along this course. The oldest course, the oldest marathon run in the country, throughout the world. The Boston Marathon 2023.
Boom.
Had a postponement last year, and the year before that, a virtual race took part, but we are back after all of that, and we are looking strong here. Boston strong today on the 2023 Boston Marathon. Thanks for tuning in. Let's take a look here at our first arriving of the wheelchairs today. We'll be going over a little bit of history. We're going to be keeping track of our women and men's runners, and we'll be keeping track of the waves as they come through. Okay, so I was a little zoomed out right there. So we're going to be, all right, we're back. All right, there we go. Looks like Sarah has, it's good to see Sarah on the chat feed. Thank you, Sarah.
Oh, we have Sarah's service on the chat.
If you're just tuning in, we are on 135 in Ashland. Metro West, we are looking towards the starting line. We are in Ashland, the original starting town of the Boston Marathon. The original start of the marathon was in Ashland, 1897, at the Metcalf Mill, just by the Ashland DPW and the Ashland MBTA commuter station. If you're familiar with that area, that's where the marathon started, and 1920 through the 1920s it was changed to the 26.2 mile mark, and that achieves it to be an Olympic standard marathon. And the Greek legend of Philippides coming across the marathon plateau, running 24 miles to the leaders. He was announcing the defeat of the Persian Empire in a battle, and arrived in front of the leadership after running a cross marathon, and his final words are pretty profound. and I want to get this right. So he approached the leaders of the city and said, "Rejoice, we conquer." So we're Boston Strong today, and we are at the Boston Marathon 2023, getting you a front row seat today on Patriots Day. Patriots Day
Rejoice and conquer.
Commemorates the start of the American Revolutionary War. The marathon is always run on Monday on Patriots Day. So what an opportunity to be here on this course to witness the world's oldest race, the country's first marathon road race, first Olympic road race. And the birds are out here. Got
Beautiful spring.
It is a
morning.
beautiful spring morning here. All right. And if you're tuned in, thank you so much for joining me and us on this channel as we bring you this broadcast day of the Boston Marathon 2023. I myself am here, Jason Hipson, and Colin is with me today, and that's great. We've got a lot of small parts that got going into this, a lot of logistics. So today
playing the behind the scenes.
We appreciate that.
Social media promoter. If you're watching from the future, hope everything's okay.
Thank you for the insight, and that's very good. So we're gonna get a little closer here. Oh, hey, the zoom's not bad on this.
If you're watching from the future, are there flying cars
So
yet?
the zoom's really good on this, actually. All right. So I think I'm gonna keep it
Oh
at.
yeah, the Osmo will enhance your camera a little bit. It'll like optimize your settings.
You think I should be all the way out? Yeah, right? Like there.
That looks good. That looks fire.
All right.
The like fog in the background. Nice. I think Ashland has bad Wi-Fi.
Well, we're working on that with the new construction in Ashland. New data lines and fiber optic lines are, as we speak, not today, but the project is still ongoing, but that construction is going on under the railroad crossing at Main Street.
Oh, really? That's what they're doing there?
Yeah, those lines go underneath, and everything will be, all the fiber optics will be connected for the whole town going across, and also the electric light poles are going to be able to not have wires, so they'll all be buried down there. So it's going to have a more concealed kind of look. So I think that's going to be a really nice aesthetic for the downtown area of Ashland. So just another thing that will come from that kind of given up a lot down in the downtown area. There's a lot of people being patient down there as traffic and construction, and they get everything tied back in. But you see some new curvature down there. You see the new stop lights there at the corner of Homer and Main Street. So it's coming along. They're definitely doing great with that project. And that is, in a nutshell, the downtown revitalization project. Another big amenity to the town of Ashland.
These guys have it figured out.
Yeah. We got 5. That's pretty good.
Pretty good. We'll put it on Instagram. Put it on Facebook. Happy Board. Put it in Holliston too.
Thank you. Yeah, we definitely want to get the word out today. So we are still waiting for the chairs. A few more. I think that was. We're gonna check on the course map and see where these guys are exactly.
Oh yeah, let me do that. But my Wi-Fi is failing me right now. Tracking. Let's see where Chara is.
If you're just tuning in, thank you for joining us. We're at the 2023 Boston Marathon. All right. We might want to move up again. We're going to skip past this guy, I think, and go up near that photographer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He probably has a good angle right now.
All right.
Let's see if I can get a better connection over there.
All right. There we go. This is nice. All right, folks, we're getting some video position adjusted here. Get us a little closer.
Triangulating comms.
This is good. All right, we can see a little clearer here. All right, so that first wave of wheelchairs just came through the 6-kilometer mark here. We are just past Main Street in Ashland on 135. It is Monday, Patriots Day. We are at the 2023 Boston Marathon, Patriots Day, commemorating the start of the American Revolutionary War. Reenactment battles happening today, commemorating the battles that happened in Concord, Lexington, and in Boston. So we are waiting for just a little more here.
Shot of that 6-kilometer.
So we've got
sign.
the 6 km. Okay, that's nice. So we are just between Main Street and Ashland on 135. We've got the Telecron building behind us. The clock tower looking over Ashland today on this Monday, Patriots Day. The first marathon from 1897, won by John J. McDermott, was marathon first started in Ashland until the 1920s. It was changed then as the starting line was pushed back to Hopkinton, and the course had then become a 26.2 mile course, making it the marathon standard. But John J. McDermott, and the original members that created EAA, there's an app you can download and track waves of runners, positions, and locations. You can also track other runners specifically, so definitely check that out. I think the app, we'll get the name of the app for you. It's in the App Store, iPhone, Apple Store, or Android. So definitely check out that app. It's nice to check out the course. You get to see what's going on. It's a great tool to have.
We're blasting the socials. Let me check out the app. I got my Wi-Fi back up. Got Mario.
Mario is. So April 17th, 2023, it is Patriots Day. We are witnessing the 2023 Boston Marathon at the 6 kilometer mark.
Shout out to Kilometer.
And we've got the Ashland train in the distance downtown. Often, always hearing the train whistle in the background as it comes through downtown Ashland and the MBTA commuter rail. They make for some great shots during some of these local drone tours. The train is definitely a part of the history. This was some of the first railroads that were constructed in the United States of America. Everything that happened throughout the country started here first. We see a lot of that through the successes in law enforcement in Boston, as well as infrastructure. Everything that was basically paved were horse paths, and that's kind of why everything kind of twists and turns when you're around the Boston area. But so much history as we commemorate the American Revolutionary War today, as we celebrate Patriots Day and witness the 2023 Boston Marathon.
The wheelchairs passed. Do you know they carried an extra wheel? Spare tires. Got a couple more
We've got some state police motorcade here. And we've got a few more chairs. Yeah. All right, all's going well, man.
Yeah, I just checked the stream. It's working perfectly. The only place I didn't promote the stream was TikTok. I think that's okay.
Yeah, we don't. TikTok is starting to become a little controversial in the news. Can't believe everything you read, right? But I swear my data's affected by it around the house. People that come in and they use that service. I don't know. I just don't know.
Maybe if you're watching from the future, you can comment and tell us how
They
it's going
they
with that
may
situation.
they don't know if they'd be able to. All right. All right, looking good, looking good. And thank you for joining us. If you're just tuning in, we are watching the 2023 Boston Marathon. We are in Ashland, Massachusetts on 135 Metro West, the oldest race nationally, the oldest race throughout the world, inspired by the Greek legend Philippides, who ran across the plateau of Marathon and reached the leadership there to inform them of the defeat of the Persian Empire. He arrived, delivered his message, saying, "Rejoice, we conquer," words to live by on Patriots Day, Boston strong at the 2023 Boston Marathon. 24 miles run then in Greece. It was 24 miles run then in 1897. John J. McDermott, the first winner. Only 15 runners originally. That race happening in Ashland before the course was changed to Hopkinton, making it 26.2 miles, the Olympic standard. Now we see the gold with the marathon, and we see the blue. Blue is the integrity, gold inspired by the marathon. It's a little bit of a foggy day, but pretty dry. No precipitation really coming into the forecast until later this morning. So all in all, conditions are pretty cool. We're looking at temperatures and a few more chairs coming through here. I'm gonna get a quick forecast for you momentarily. I can go over that weather.
And then all of a sudden, there's like all the guys who were born there.
Looks
Thank
like
you.
we're looking at a little bit of rain at 10 a.m. in Holliston.
Okay, so we're
Check
gonna
Ashland.
get a little rain coming in,
90% in Ashland.
but not till 10 a.m. folks. So Patriots Day Monday, a little cooler, overcast clouds, fog starting to lift. These chairs coming through here on this course We are on 135 in Ashland. We're at the 6-kilometer mark, looking towards the starting line. We got a few more chairs coming through. Police, state police. State police keeping us safe today with all other law enforcement. I think they're doing a really great job at these connecting roads. We're going to get some of those closures put up for you on the description, a few links there. Road closures at Ashland were 7:15, Framingham 7:30, Natick 7:45.
We've been out here since 4 a.m. setting
It's
up.
been a long morning for sure. Anticipating 2023 Boston Marathon.
But it's all worth it.
Boston
All paid off
Marathon.
in the end.
And if you're just joining us, thank you. We had across the channel, we had a little drone tour of the Nyanza solar cap. We had a memorial song. We went through some history with Nyanza and the chemical plant tragedy that happened there. So if you want to check that out later, definitely tune in. So runners will be making their way shortly to our position. We are still observing the wheelchairs coming through. They're doing great. The road is still pretty dry. The little bit more precipitation coming through, just at a whisper, just light.
Well, no, I'm not gonna win.
Yep, we're getting a little rain. I can't figure out how to track these guys on the app.
I think you probably have to set that parameter like before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like maybe can you set them up like
I don't know if the runners have started yet.
yeah, I don't think they have.
I can't show the whole full race. It might get taken down. So heads up. Alright folks, precipitation is picking up in the area.
Yeah, we do have some rain coming in as we look to Main Street here from 135. We look west towards the start line in Hopkinton, Massachusetts. We're in Ashland, Massachusetts right now. Observing the 2023 Boston Marathon, the world's oldest marathon since 1897. First started in Ashland, Massachusetts. And now the course lengthened to 26.2 miles to make it the Olympic standard. And we are just at the 6-kilometer marker east of Main Street and west of Homer Ave. We're just west of the Telecron building. Henry Warren's legacy looks over Ashland, over this race from the clock tower. Henry Warren had definitely witnessed many of these races. Henry rode on a horseback there at his Chestnut Street farm, a dairy farm, upland farm there that he purchased when he moved to Ashland. Warren moved to Ashland after graduating MIT. He had an invention there that was dubbed the thermophone. It was basically an electronic thermometer, kind of sparking a lot of industry at the time. Henry worked at the Lombard plant. He there worked on many patents for the Lombard Wheel Generator Company. He ended up buying the company, purchased the company, creating 750 jobs. Warren then leased himself space from the mill building originally to create the Warren Clock Company, which later became the Telecron Clock Company, which brought over 1,500 jobs to the Ashland area. Proper was still happening at Lombard, so if you count that, I mean, he's probably brought 2,000 jobs to the area. Many of those workers working for Warren were employees previously at the shoe factory that was dubbed out in Mudville. So quite a footing there. Some of those folks walked from Mudville in the early days to get to Telecron. So there's a little walking history for you, and we're gonna keep this down here, all right? And we got a quick break in these waves here. We are just waiting for a few more to come down, just west of Main Street in Ashland, and just a little east of Homer Ave in Ashland. We are watching the 2023 Boston Marathon. All right, so now I got it locked, so if I move, it's gonna stay on that.
Now we have Denise with her baby in stroller. Sorry.
All right.
Riding this on the in quotes gravel.
All right, and a few more chairs coming down. We are back here. Thanks for bearing with us. A little history we just went over on this area. We're near the Telecron building. We are just east of the Telecron building, Homer Ave, west of Main Street. And we are on 135 in Ashland. Thank you for tuning in today. This is the live coverage of Boston Marathon 2023 on J Hip Drone Tour. Thank you for tuning into the channel. All right, State Police joining us down here as they escort this next group. We got a time clock from the start. As it reaches the 6-kilometer mark, it should read 12:50, probably 12:57. All right, 13:03. All right, our runners coming through. We've got the men's group here. And water bottles coming down. They are throwing them. Okay. Wow. Action shot.
Did we get a free water bottle?
No, they just tossed them for the shot. Thank you, sir. Oh, we should have grabbed those. Those are like for us, dude. That was like our, damn. He probably like goes with them and just like make sure. I don't know if those are like souvenirs. Another group of the men's runners coming through here. Sorry, we had to just make an adjustment. We had some debris that was
we were attacked by the
thrown
runners.
at us, but that is okay. These guys have to do what they got to do.
I'll check out the next one.
All right, we've got the men's wave coming through here. Men's leaders, I'm sorry, correction there. Got the men leaders. All right. So I think I'm just gonna keep the same angle, and I'm not really gonna deviate from this angle here. You know? There we go. That's the shot. There we go. So the men's leaders have just passed us. All right. We got the rest of the men's leaders coming through here.
Some sort of large bird passing over.
Okay, that is going to be a
That is a
hawk.
I don't know.
It looked like a hawk to me.
Mysterious bird.
Okay. All right, the 2023 Boston Marathon. We've just watched some of the men's leaders coming through. Couple water bottles thrown down right at our feet. That was wicked interesting. So we are right here, right now. We are watching the oldest race in the world, the oldest race in this country since 1897. It has been run along 135, originally started in Ashland, Massachusetts. John J. McDermott, the first winner, claimed his stake on this course, as over 30,000 people today will join and follow in his footsteps.
We're watching past, future, and present
So it's pretty
Olympians
cool.
in the making. It's a good shot. You can see that. I post the link on Slack.
No.
Okay. The Warren Facebook page? Okay. Text it to Victor. I don't have his number. Text it to Mike.
Thank you for joining us today on Monday. It is Patriots Day. This is the 2023 live coverage of the Boston Marathon in Ashland, Massachusetts. We are on 135. Celebrating one of the oldest races ran in the world, the marathon inspired by the Greek legend Philippides, who ran across the plateau, a marathon to the Greek leaders. He informed them of the defeat of the Persian Empire after running 24 miles. He approached, and his quote is, "Rejoice, conquer, we have conquered." And we are Boston strong from this inspiration from that Greek legend and the inspiration from the Olympics, the Olympic standard when the marathon was moved, finish line was pushed back to Hopkinton, where it had achieved its Olympic standard of 26.2 miles. So that is the course in the race that we watch today. And how about John J. McDermott, the first runner that had that first winner from 1897. A lot of history on this course. Only 15 members participating on that first year of 1897. Now some 30,000 runners in all in total, plus that try to answer that call in 2023. Runners, wheelchair, men and women run from Hopkinton to Copley Square for the 26.2 miles. Heartbreak Hill, ahead of the first hills, they will, end of the first set of hills that they will encounter, some of the key points, but we're going to follow along. There is an app available for you to download in the App Store, Apple or Android. You can track along your favorite runners, waves, and specific runner locations. You can also get information about the course and a map, I believe. Type in Boston Marathon, BAA, in the App Store, and you can find that. And thank you for joining us today for this live broadcast. Thank you for your support on this channel. J-Hip Drone Tour. We had a little drone tour that came out last night. We were over the Nyanza Solar Cap, revisiting the memorial area over there, and shared a little memorial song as well to go along with that. And we went over some history. So check that out if you know about that, or if you're interested in that. That is on the channel.
Absolutely unit.
I wonder how many marathons Henry Warren witnessed during his time in Ashland, because they had been happening the whole time he had moved to Ashland. The Telecron building just behind us breaks through the low clouds and lifting fog that we've got. We've got a little bit of a spitting light rain here, but the road now is definitely a little slick. It's got a shine to it now. It was dry when we first came out here. Been making the preparations for this, making sure we could get into our position. We want to be near the Telecron plant. I thought that was pretty important. I think Henry's probably watching and looking down, hopefully. Yeah, we have a pink cruiser here celebrating.
Women's History
Pink is
Month.
breast cancer. Susan G. Cohn. Okay, we have two state police cruisers here. The motorcade keeping everyone safe today. Boston strong. We saw Big Poppy at the starting line. Big Poppy wasn't running the race, but Chara is running the race. You can track Chara on that app I mentioned earlier, available on Android and the Apple Store. Type in BAA, Boston Marathon, and you can track all of these runners, the men's leaders, the women's leaders. You can see the course map, and you can get more information and hold on. All right, the women's coming through. Women's leaders now, right in front of us, coming down 135, Ashland, Massachusetts, Metro West. We're making some more room here. The women's leaders coming through here, 135 in Ashland. We are east of the Telecron building in Homer Ave, and we are just west of Main Street. It is Monday, 2023. It is April 17th, Patriots Day, commemorating the start of the American Revolutionary War, also the Boston Marathon. The first winner in 1897, John J. McDermott. These runners here following in his footsteps. That first race happening in 1897 to 1920 to the 1920s was changed to the Hopkinton starting line, where we run and watch that happen now to make the 26.2 marathon standard. The gold, yellow, and blue Boston Marathon, Boston Strong. Women's leaders still coming through here. A little bit of precipitation falling. It's really light, but it's just enough to be in the air. Nothing significantly falling. The road is now a little wet. It is covered, but still pretty dry. No standing water, no ponding happening now. We've got the spotters network making their way through. The women's leaders coming through here along 135 in Ashland, Massachusetts, for the oldest race that's ever to occur in the world and in the country, the Boston Marathon. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us.
These people are animals.
And if you're just tuning in, thank you for joining me. We just watched the women's leaders pass us here. The men's leaders just before them as they crossed the mark of the 6-kilometer mark here in Ashland along 135 here in Massachusetts, Metro West, Middlesex County. We watched the men's runners pass us, throwing down their water bottles. It was pretty crazy. They threw them right past us, and another gentleman that is corresponding with them had picked those up, and we made sure we got out of the way. We were far back enough, but wow, what a sound that was to hear the ricochet of the water bottles coming over to us. That was something else. So hopefully we get as much covered here as we can on this 2023 live coverage of the Boston Marathon. Police motorcade, state police coming through here. We are celebrating the Boston Marathon, celebrating the inception of the marathon, of the first winner claiming his stake, John J. McDermott, winning in a group out of 15 for the first marathon in 1897. And so much history coming through this causeway here along 135 in Ashland. Celebrated across the world, the Boston Marathon. And we have our men's runners. We just had our women's leaders. Women's leaders have just come through. We did see the men's leader. The stream will be available and up after the fact, so you can go back and try to check out anything that you missed if you're just tuning in. All right, thank you. And we have the police motorcade here coming down through. Oh yeah. Just trying to get the temp on that.
Hasn't passed us yet, but Brock Holt has and Monica Rackett have. I wonder if Brock Holt is related to Lester Holt.
So if you would like to track any other runners, you can get the Boston Marathon app. Just type in BAA Boston Marathon, and you can check that out. You can grab that app at the iTunes store or the Android store. You can follow along. If you're trying to find where Chara is, you can follow and track him or your favorite runner. If you've got a bib number, you can do that. You get more information on the course and the map. Definitely check out that app. And we are watching the 2023 Boston Marathon. We are at kilometer 6 in Ashland.
Okay.
Should I connect to your Wi-Fi just in case? No.
Might just
Receive.
mess it up.
Heard. If you're just tuning in, thank you for joining us. This is the live coverage of the Boston Marathon 2023. We are at 1:35 in Ashland. Great work, great job. We are west of Homer Ave and the Telecron building here on 135 in Ashland, and we are just east of Main Street in Ashland along 135. We're watching, looks like, oh, we got a big wave coming through here. This looks like the first wave coming through here. This is the first of the first wave. Okay. All right, Colin, this could be a little... Who knows what they're gonna do? Because they're gonna get space here.
Oh, this is the main.
This is gonna be the first wave, yep.
Yeah, we got our leader here.
So the first wave coming down, folks. Good job, guys. Good work. Good job. Here's the first wave. Great job, guys. Great work, guys. Great job. Yeah. Great work, guys. Great job. Damn. Oh, man. All right. Oh, shit. Beautiful. All right. Look at that. We've got full capacity coming down here for the first wave. All right, some camaraderie here, some chatter. Good, what? Amazing. ...2023 Boston Marathon. We're watching the first wave come through. We just watched the wheelchairs, the men's leaders, the women's leaders, and now to follow the first wave, the oldest race in the world, the Boston Marathon 2023. We are in Ashland, Massachusetts, experiencing this firsthand, bringing you a first look, front row seat. Rain now falling. The road is wet. The runners are pumped. Temperatures are cool. It's in the 40s. A spring day, Patriots Day. It is Monday. It is April 17th. Patriots Day. We are celebrating the Boston Marathon as we do Patriots Day, and the American Revolutionary War, the battles that were fought in Lexington and Concord. Today, a battle fought right here on this course, the oldest course. The Boston Marathon runs from Hopkinton to Copley Square today on Monday, 2017, 2023. If you're just joining us, thank you. And we'll try to keep this stream running for you as long as we can. Yep. Good work, guys. Good work.
Millions of people have gathered here today to run.
Over 30,000 members, 30,000 runners in all facets today. The first race in 1897 was only 15 racers. John J. McDermott claimed his stake in the 1897 Boston Marathon. Now the Boston Marathon is run from Hopkinton to Copley Square. Originally first run from Ashland at 24 miles. This race achieved marathon standard in the 1920s and has been run ever since. These runners and the thousands follow John J. McDermott's footsteps in claiming their stake and filling his shoes in the Boston Marathon 2023. Good work, guys. All right. All right, we're gonna make some room. Heads up. They're coming along. So the first wave is filling the margins of 135 now. We are pushed back a little bit. At first it was the men's leaders ejecting and discarding their water bottles right at our footsteps. But now we are seeing the first wave coming through, pushing the limits here on the margins of 135 in Ashland. It is Monday, Patriots Day 2023. Thank you for tuning in and joining us. Footsteps, the sound of a wet road now, but chased away by the camaraderie, endurance, and stamina of these 30,000 plus runners that entered this course today in Hopkinton, Massachusetts. 30,000 plus strong, Boston strong. Originally 15 runners running this race upon its inception in 1897. John J. McDermott claiming that stake, and these runners today claiming their stake in the Boston 2023 Marathon today. And the energy you can feel here. It is a tight group that has expanded now. This first wave has pushed the margins of 135. We are west of Homer Ave in the Telecron building, facing the starting line. We are east of Homer Ave. We are west of Main Street in Ashland, Massachusetts, bringing you the live coverage, this broadcast of the 2023 Boston Marathon. So thank you for joining me, and we are watching the first wave come through, completely pushing the boundaries and the margins of this course. 135 in Ashland. And we are watching the first wave of 30,000 runners entering the course from Hopkinton, Massachusetts, just west of our position here. 26.2 mile race run today, finishes up in Copley Square in Boston. And you can hear the energy, you can feel everything happening at the same time. This course marked as we're standing along the sidelines here in Ashland 135. We are in Metro West, Middlesex County. We experienced the men's leaders. We've been out here since the beginning, since the start.
Apartments watching.
Just a couple of water bottles thrown at our feet from the men's leaders was a wake-up call. We are here watching this. We're bringing you this live broadcast. The rain is falling probably twice as hard as it was earlier. There was no precipitation before with the dry road, but it's these 30,000 plus runners come down this way. The oldest road race in Boston, in the world, in the country, inspired by the Greek legend Philippides, running across the marathon to the leaders, announcing the defeat of the Persian Empire there. He collapsed in front of the leaders there, saying, "Rejoice, we conquer." Well, these runners today conquer this marathon in the rain now falling, starting to be a continuous rain. But I'm seeing a lot. I'm seeing a lot of energy here. We are at the 6-kilometer mark here, and the first wave is still. It's just pumping here.
Yeah, let's get it, Boston.
So we are Boston strong today. These runners following in the footsteps of John J. McDermott, the first winner of the 1897 Boston Marathon. These runners today claiming their stake in John J. McDermott's footsteps. The sound of the pavement is being pumped by the of these shoes. We have camaraderie, chills coming out here. A little chilly, but everything seems to be more wet than it was before. We're now experiencing a lot of rain, more of a, it's like it might start to either break or pick up here. This wave is starting, the first wave starting to have a little bit more space as these teams get situated here. And thank you for joining me today on this Monday, Patriots Day, commemorating the start of the American Revolutionary War. We have the Boston Marathon and these 30,000 runners running today.
Yeah.
Had a few delays in years past. We first year during COVID was a virtual race, and the second year, just last year, happened in October. This year is on normal schedule again, so everything's very safe down here. We are just between Main Street and Homer Ave in Ashland, Massachusetts, Middlesex County, Metro West.
Yeah, we'll have some nice on codes.
We are positioned west of the Telecron building. The Telecron clock tower looks down over these runners as the first wave comes through here. Henry Warren watching many marathons in Ashland as he moved to Ashland. Coming from MIT, he graduated, had a very famous invention there, but what more famously invented the electric synchronized clock. sparked an industrial revolution in Ashland, and we can go on, but jobs, lots of jobs, and lots of clocks.
Water, blood, Gatorade.
So we're at the 6-kilometer mark here at the Boston Marathon as we watch these runners claim their stake here. And I appreciate you joining me today for this broadcast. I appreciate your help, support, and putting the word out there with the channel. Anything you can do, I always appreciate that, and I always appreciate your subscription. There's a lot that goes into these videos. We got a little drone tour that happened last night. Flew over Nyanza. We touched on the history. I got a memorial song, and if you want to check that out, you can find out a little bit more about that site and what the EPA is doing to clean that up. As we segue back to this wave here, got more runners coming through as we point west towards the finish line in Hopkinton. We are in Ashland. At the marathon's first start was Ashland in 1897, so we stand there today along 135. Others to follow, John J. McDermott's footsteps in winning the first Boston Marathon, and here they are. Celebrating the marathon today and Patriots Day on April 17th. Many Civil War battle reenactments happening commemorating the the battles that happened at Lexington and Concord. Patriots Day, home to the Boston Marathon happening every Patriots Day. We had a few interruptions for COVID. We went over that. But it is a little precipitous here. Rain is coming down, but it seems to be cooler conditions are probably delivering a better result for some of these runners. And Patriots Day always in our memories. But Boston strong today, moving forward, highly optimistic as we cruise through, bringing the Boston Marathon 2023 to you live under April showers. We will have May flowers.
What a May flower.
And we definitely need more showers here as we approach the season here, but cooler conditions, wet conditions, falling rain here. It's not too much rain, but you can hear the squeaks as the first wave came through. All those feet, all that rubber hitting the pavement at the same time. That was something else. And I'm glad you got to be here with us today. I want to share that with you, this coverage, this broadcast, only on this channel, J-Hip Drone Tour, and I appreciate you tuning in today. All right, so this phone's getting. Oh, I forgot waterproof.
Oh yeah, you tested that out.
What would John J. McDermott say today? What would Henry Warren say today?
He would
What
say-
what is Zdeno Chara thinking right now? Do we have a position on?
Let me check Chara.
Okay.
Let me check Chara.
Do we have a position? Sounds like we have Doug Flutie behind him in position. He just audibly let us know that.
Doug Flutie?
No, that was a runner telling us that Doug Flutie is behind him.
Okay, Chara is 4% finished with the race.
So if you like to follow along with other bib numbers or someone that you might want to follow that's running the Boston Marathon, it could be a celebrity, because it could be a runner in one of the waves. You can track them and track the course and way more with a BAA Boston Marathon app available on Apple,
Chara's coming. Chara's
iTunes,
coming.
Android, and Apple Store. You can check that out in the App Store. Patriots Day, it is Monday.
Unless he already passed us.
American Revolutionary War is commemorated today for the Boston Marathon. Just a look at the clouds there right above us. The fog has lifted, but the clouds have stayed overcasted. The rain is moved in. A light precipitation, not too bad.
Chara is 3333. That's his number.
That's weird.
Probably slowing down because he has to stop for autographs and shit.
I don't think he's John. All right, these runners in this wave being cheered on.
Let's go.
These runners being cheered on. Good work. Good work.
No, we take you seriously.
Boston strong today. These runners claiming their stake, following in the footsteps of every other runner since 1897, the oldest course here in the world. The Boston Marathon, 2023. And if you're just tuning in, thank you for joining us. The live broadcast will be up to share and rewatch. You can track all of this with the BAA Boston Marathon's app available with Android and iPhone devices in the App Store. You can track your favorite celebrity runners, or maybe you got someone that you're trying to keep track of, a family or friend. Check that out for sure. I always appreciate your help and your ways of spreading the word here with the channel, and I always appreciate that. Always appreciate your subscription. I appreciate you joining me today, Patriots Day. And we stand in Ashland with the previous starting line over at the Metcalf Mill with the 1897 Ashland. Boston Marathon started in Ashland, and now it is the starting line. We know to be in Hopkinton, achieving the marathon standard in length being 26.2 miles, the first being 24 miles. The Greek legend Philandipides running across the marathon plateau was a 24-mile run. As he addressed the council leaders there, he collapsed in informing them that they had just defeated the Persian Empire. His famous words, "Rejoice, we conquer," and today we conquer. Boston strong, the 2023 Boston Marathon. These runners claiming their stake. We got a lot of love down here. We got a lot of energy. It's wet. It's a little cold. But this momentum is doing really good.
ALS.
Do you have a
Position on Chara?
Yeah. We're gonna track some of those positions. I mentioned the app to you guys, so definitely check that out. The BAA Boston Marathon app. You can track your favorite celebrity or family friend members with a bib number. More information on the course and the trail and the marathon on that app. If you're following along, definitely check that out. If you're trying to get a little bit more information or something that you're after. Let's see. Do we have a position on Chara right now?
He's coming.
All right, so we're going to keep you informed on that on 3333 Chara.
I think the cyclist just got to Copley Square. My inside man just told me. Dylan.
Good work, guys.
Thank you.
Nice work today, guys.
Nice work.
Keep it up.
Let's go. Faster, people.
So the history from the Greek legend all the way to Massachusetts, 1897, the first Boston Marathon. Now we watch it in 2023 at 26.2 miles.
All right, Chara's getting close. He's pretty slow. Not to throw shade at Chara, but how old is he? He doesn't play anymore, right?
That's a good question for Sam Willis.
Yeah.
Sam Willis, how old is Chara? Good work. Great work today.
Ben Parker might know too. Ben Parker, if you're watching, comment. How old is Chara?
Willis just came in at 42, age 42 for Zdeno Chara.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for that, Willis. We
Thank you,
appreciate
Willis.
that.
That's awesome.
This guy knows so much about sports. He can tell you like the school of like where his dad went to school, the player. You know what I mean? Like where it's pretty crazy.
Pretty crazy.
And you can do that with all the other sports too. It's like
Oh, I see how this works. Look, so we're at the 6 right here.
yep.
Okay. So Chara's still back. Nice work, guys. They keep going to eat things. It looks like they're taking a rip of a
They're
bait.
doing like carbohydrate, like sugar and carbohydrate. Because right now they're burning up they're burning up like intense carbs. So if their bodies don't get, their bodies need something, I think. All right, so the second wave approaching us, 2023 Boston Marathon. Thank you for joining us if you're just tuning in. This is Monday, Patriots Day. Experiencing the first, now the second wave as the margins are pushed back. I see a crowd now, and this is what we encountered before. We're gonna have to move back, folks. We're bringing this to you live. This is a live broadcast. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you spreading the word about today and joining me, most importantly, for the oldest road race in the world, in the United States of America. These 30,000 runners come and claim their stake, following in the footsteps of John J. McDermott, the first winner of the Boston Marathon in 1897. John J. McDermott ran with just a short group of 15 runners. Now you see 30,000 in front of us. All the momentum in the second wave as the boundaries are pushed here. All this coverage happening along 135, Middlesex County, Metro West in Ashland, Massachusetts. And thank you for joining us today. Yeah! Good work, good work. Good work. All right, good work, good work. I think I saw my friend running. Good work, guys. Good work. This is kilometer 6, mile marker 6, Ashland, Massachusetts, 2023 Boston Marathon. These 30,000 plus runners claiming their stake, following in the footsteps of John J. McDermott. Here we go, folks, and we are bringing all of this to you on this channel. Some materials and debris being discarded, the cooler temperatures bringing some coverage. We were basically, we had the men's leaders down here ejecting their water bottles right at our feet in real time. It was intense. And we are down here right along 135 bringing that coverage to you today. And thank you for joining me once again. Great work.
Nice work, everyone. Boston strong.
And looking towards the starting line in Ashland, we are faced west towards Hopkinton at the starting line, and we are seeing the second wave coming down here, down 135 towards Copley Square.
How's your battery doing?
2.8. 2.8.
Let me know if you need me to grab that. Got chargers for your phone.
And
right?
where do we got a position on Chara?
Chara should be in this wave, I think.
Chara, we're thinking is in this wave. I don't have the app in my hand directly, but if you want to follow along with the BAA Boston Marathon, you can track your celebrity favorite runners, family or friends. Keep up on the course and check out the map with that app. It's available in iTunes, and the iPhone and Android stores in the App Store. Definitely check that out. Here we are on the front lines here of 135 in Ashland. Camaraderie, chatter, cooler temperatures, not a bad environment. The rain has kind of lightened up a little bit. Good work, guys. Keep it going, keep it going. Keep it going, keep it going. Keep it going. Looking good. Good work. We're going to give them as much room as they need. We got to think about what's happening mentally, you know what I mean? You're starting to set in now at the 6 kilometer mark.
Burning a lot of calories here.
Yeah, we got these calories being burned. All right, and the second wave is
Feel the burn, guys.
filling in
Feel
here.
the burn.
2, 3, second, third wave. Boston strong here as these 30,000 plus runners claim their stake, following in the footsteps of John J. McDermott, the 2023 Boston Marathon. Okay, things are getting okay. Okay, we've got to keep an eye. We've got to keep an eye on this lane down here. Okay, 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 okay. I need a little.
Just past the 5 kilometer.
All right, so if you're following along with that app, guys, you can check out your family or friends here in that BAA Boston Marathon app. We got word that we got Chara just at kilometer 5, just west of our position towards the starting line. We're at kilometer marker 6 in Ashland. These 30,000 runners claiming their stake today on Patriots Day on Monday, commemorating the Boston Marathon today, Patriots Day, commemorating the American Revolutionary War, the battles in Concord and the battles in Lexington. Many battle reenactments happening across the state today on Patriots Day. The shot heard from around the world. The shot heard around the... Yeah! We got him. We got him. All right, heads up. And Boston strong today. Everything boils down to this race, this course, the oldest course.
All right, Chara's at Main Street.
All right, we do have a position on Char. He has just passed Main Street in Ashland. Chara is in Ashland, ladies and gentlemen, and he is approaching us. And we're going to try to get that. His bib number is 3333. All right.
Guaranteed.
All right,
Should be here. Anywhere here.
right here. He's really tall. All right, I do not see him. We might have missed him in that. I think I see him. Red tank top, left side. You see him right there? Right here. Hoyt. He's got Team Hoyt on. That might be him.
No way.
Yeah, that's Chara.
He's that tall.
Yeah, that's Chara right there.
Yeah.
All right, here's Zdeno Chara, folks.
Holy shit.
3333.
Chara.
Chara, what's up? Oh, shit. Good work. All right, so we just have Zdeno Chara join us on this channel, on this live broadcast on the Boston Marathon here. You can track his progress with the app, BAA, Boston Marathon. You can find that on the App Store, iPhone and Android. So thank you for joining us again. These runners today claiming their stake. Monday, Patriots Day, commemorating the American Revolutionary War. A shot heard from around the world. Well, now Boston Strong heard around the world today. The oldest race in the world. What would John J. McDermott say?
They'd probably say something really fancy.
And folks, I really appreciate you tuning in today. You know, I always appreciate your support with the channel. We've got a little drone tour that debuted last night. If you'd like to check that out, we looked over a super fun site, one of the first 10 in Massachusetts under the EPA, Nyanza. Definitely check that out. Little memorial song and some history that went along with that. The limiting factor today is going to be the battery on all the broadcasting software here, so we're going to have to will be coming to an end as we just get this wave thinned out here. As long as we can cover, if we can get all the men and women's leaders that we covered, the wheelchairs and the first wave and second, just want to get as much as we can for you. So I feel like, you know what I mean?
I think we got most of it.
30,000.
Nice work, guys.
24 miles run by the Greek Philandepides over the Marathon Plateau. He ran to inform the leadership that the Persian Empire had been defeated, but today, Boston Strong, this oldest road race here, going back to the Greek legend, his famous words just before he collapsed to the leadership: "Rejoice, we conquer." And these runners today in the 30,000 rejoice. They have conquered here today at mile 6. This is kilometer 6 here. They're claiming their stake, just like John J. McDermott did, just like every runner since 1897 through this course in Massachusetts, Ashland, Middlesex County, the 2023 Boston Marathon. Thank you for joining us. Doing good. You're doing good. Good work.
Have a little cramp or something.
Yep. The temperatures.
Sure, that's not helping.
Temperatures being a factor on the muscle tightness potentially.
Oh yeah.
And thanks again for joining us today for the 2023 Boston Marathon.
I think that's been like the scariest.
Showers just broke. The road is a little wet here. We're cooler conditions here. Temperatures.
Fog's lifted.
What's the temperature right now?
Let me check.
Let me get that live temperature. Good work, guys.
50.
We're at 50 degrees. We just came through the high 40s. Does feel a little cooler though than 50, but we watch these 30,000 plus runners tell their story. Like John J. McDermott had his story, and this story is shared here with these runners today. Keep it up. And as we watch the back of this wave come through here, always appreciate you coming in and watching, tuning in. All your help spreading the word with the channel. Always appreciate that. And I always appreciate your subscription. Thank you so much.
I would say you feel
And if you'd like to track the runners as they come along, definitely check out that app I mentioned before, the BAA Boston Marathon. Available in the iTunes or iPhone and Android stores, App Store. And you can track all these runners' progress there, especially Charo with 3333. And
You're hearing that
all
in the
this
background,
history
folks, that was
coming
Michael Jackson's Beat It.
to fruition here for the oldest race. The
In America.
Telecron Warren Clock Tower looks over us, just over our shoulder. And the legacy of the electric synchronized clock and Henry Warren live on here as that clock keeps time. Looking over this race, the building and its prominence just behind us. And we're gonna get a little look at that for you. Our position just east of Main Street in Ashland, and we're just west of Homer Ave in Ashland, Metro West, Middlesex County, on 135.
It's the Telecron building.
So the Telecron building, the Telecron clock tower looking over Henry Warren, experiencing many Boston Marathons as we are right now. And we look down the 135 line. We are looking at the intersections of Homer Ave and 135 Union Street in Ashland. And more with this wave coming through, these runners claiming their stake today.
Cheering is the hardest.
Since
thing.
1897.
It really is.
A little support from the runners for the cheers.
Yeah,
That was nice.
yeah.
Gotta support each other, folks.
So we are at kilometer marker 6 from the starting line. Watching these runners come through here.
Helps very well.
Good job, guys.
Catch you later.
And thank you for joining us for the 2023 Boston Marathon. Live coverage today in Ashland. Good work. I think we're going to do this group right here. And then we're going to have to reposition for a battery recharge. And
I didn't say, do you think commodities open? Yeah.
folks planning their lunches today as they walk through town here. Plans in the making.
Yeah, you know, the guys over in Cleveland, you know.
And how cool was that to see Chara come through here? We had to skip out of the way from the first wave men's, their water bottles ejected right near our feet as they emptied. Absolutely intense moment. And what this all means for everyone that's experienced these marathons over the years, and signifying spring, happening on Patriots Day, the American Revolutionary War commemorated. A lot rides on the connections of the past in relation to this course. And it's pretty nostalgic for me and my family, and we've always lived around the marathon, probably since about the 90s. So even when we were a little further away in the suburbs, we still would often make the trip into Boston and watch from Copley in that area. I remember doing that with my grandparents and some other family members, so that's pretty special to me, those memories. And trips with friends that I would make into the city on train, public transportation, and the weight of Fenway Park and the Boston Red Sox, that whole baseball season starting. It's all in the air. Got to see some of the players leaving the field just weeks ago when we were in Boston. That was pretty cool to see them exiting Fenway Park. But we're just going to take a little cruise off break. See the action going on down the way here towards the finish as we point our cameras east. And again, thank you for joining me today for the live coverage of the Boston Marathon. J-Hip Drone Tour. I am your host, Jason Hipson, and I'm going to be signing off from this marker here at Ashland 135, Middlesex County. Always appreciate your support with the channel, and hope you have a great rest of your Patriots Day today for the Boston Marathon. And thank you so much for joining me. Cheers, take care, and have a great day. We'll keep this running here, and the stream will be available for you to watch later. You got to check out that footage of the men's leaders coming in. It was pretty intense, so definitely check that out. We're gonna keep this going. We're gonna make our way back to the start.
Come on, Kaylee.
Good work. Great work. Good work, good work. Thank you for joining me for the Boston Marathon 2023. This is live coverage. We are past the second wave here. We are in Ashland, Massachusetts, home to the oldest race run across the world. Its inception was in Ashland, and its original starting line at the Metcalf Mill there, the MBTA Ashland train station near the Ashland DPW was near the starting point there, Marathon Park, and now the Olympic standard achieved through the 1920s to 26.2 length marathon. That Greek story of Finland deputies running across the marathon plateau at a 24-mile length to inform leadership that the Persian army was defeated. His words, "Rejoice, we conquer," as these runners conquer today, 30,000 plus, following in the steps of John J. McDermott, the first 1897 Boston Marathon winner. Just a group of 15 he departed with from Ashland to Copley Square, and now these runners follow in his footsteps, making their own story, claiming their own stake here. Each one of them from the beginning to the end.
What do you think that bag on the head does for him?
Probably keeps them cooler. All right. Good work, guys.
Got a couple guys dressed up as Forrest Gump today.
third wave coming through here. We are 135 Middlesex County, Ashland. We are east of Main Street, and we are west of Homer Ave. We are watching these 30,000 runners today claim their stake, following in the footsteps of John J. McDermott. Since 1897, the Boston Marathon has been run along this route. At first, 24 miles. Now today, 26.2 to achieve its marathon standard and Olympic standard. But I don't know if there's like, I can't do the whole thing, so we're gonna, you know what I mean? Like, I can only get as much as I can, you know? I mean,
What if your phone dies? What happens to the stream?
I gotta end it before that happens. So I have about 2 minutes to do that. I got 2 minutes to do that, you know?
I'll go grab it just in case, maybe.
I don't think I want to keep it going for like 4 hours though, like, because I'm already 2 hours.
Okay.
So this is the last wave. I don't know how many waves there are, if there's 5, but
All right.
there are 4, I think. Or can you see if that other stream went on to my channel?
This one? It's on your channel.
Okay. But it was 2 hours, and now it's only 2 minutes.
It's live.
Okay, yeah, I know, but the other one was 2. Okay, all right, I hear what you're saying. But it won't give you the duration.
Not yet, cause no, look, it's 2:07.
All right,
2
word.
hours and 7 minutes.
All right. Good work, guys. Good work. Good work. Good work.
Let's go.
Hey.
Yeah, Ireland.
2023 Boston Marathon. We've watched the wheelchairs come through. We've watched the men's leaders, the women's first wave, second, third. We are experiencing right now on this Monday, Patriots Day, April 17th, 2023. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for joining me as we bring you this broadcast right from the sidelines of the Boston Marathon today. These runners claiming their stake, following in the footsteps of John J. McDermott. Over 30,000 runners today. This course runs since 1897. Stone-clad, ironclad history all the way from the ground up. The road is a little wet. The temperature is just breaking up to 50 degrees. Cooler day. Showers holding off, rain holding off. And we appreciate you joining us for the broadcast. As we watch the last waves come through here along 135 in Ashland. These runners today claiming their stake. Boston strong. These 30,000 plus runners following in the footsteps of the first winner, John J. McDermott.
Germany.
Just 15 in that group running in 1897. Now more than 30,000 running the oldest race, the Boston Marathon. All right, we're Yeah. And if If you're trying to track your family and friends today, check out the BAA Boston Marathon app on iPhone and Android store, available there in the App Store. Check the course, check everything out, track them, and see Zdeno Chara. Maybe you'll see Doug Flute. Maybe you'll see some of the other names that are coming along here. We got to see Big Poppy at the finish, at the starting line this morning. His presence. Oh, there's a push. We want to make some room. And I appreciate you joining and tuning in today on Monday, Patriots Day 2023 for the Boston Marathon. Watching the last wave come through here. We are in Ashland. It is 11:25 a.m. Monday. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate your help with the channel. And I always appreciate your subscription. We had a drone tour come out last night, so definitely check that out. Watching these stories unfold here, all following in the footsteps of John J. McDermott. The Boston 2023 Marathon. Thank you for joining me. And folks, we will be signing off for a quick break. We're going to get some things charged up, some broadcasting equipment moved back. But I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate you joining us today. We're watching from kilometer 6. Thanks for coming along with us on this journey today. Really appreciate it. It's been a pleasure making this happen and putting this together. And always appreciate your support. So, what a day. It started rainy. The rain has let up. Optimism's in the air. Boston strong. All these stories, all these shoes, all come together, intersect here, intertwine, and their stories will be told.
Seeing Reebok, Adidas,
and they're the stories just like John J. McDermott. Thank you folks for tuning in. I really appreciate it.
New Balance.
So we have I have 5 watchers.
You have what?
We have like 6 watchers here. All right. Where's yes?
I can't see anything.
You have like a flashlight or something? Oh
Your phone died?
no. No, it's just you can't see anything because of the. You know what I mean? Okay,
You're still alive.
fixed it.